Pranam Master. Master, could you please elaborate on Kali-yug, the Kali-yug trivia, and how do we maneuver this plane and exit out of here?
Okay. Kali-yug is an ongoing period right now on Earth. So how do we realize that which period is going on? So the most simplest way is whatever majority is experiencing on Earth. So we can call it that period. Okay. So जिस समय जिस चीज की प्रधानता हो, जिस युग के लक्षणों की प्रधानता हो, so उसे हम उस युग के नाम दे सकते हैं. So right now, because majority is experiencing the effects of Kali, the effects of Kali-yug. So the characteristics in beings also are majority are about the Kali-yug only. So we can simply say that it is the Kali-yug, and the peak of the Kali-yug is ongoing. But at the same time, the bridging phase is already on. So like I've written about it many times, that it is Sandhi-yug right now on Earth. It is the yug of Sandhi. It is the bridging time. It is a time when beings can actually plan their lifestyle, their life, their whole birth in a way so that they can hail through the Kali-yug very easily. And it is not that difficult a trivia. What makes it difficult a trivia is the ignorance of the beings. Because Kali-yug is all about ignorance. Kali-yug is all about ego. Kali-yug is all about the no knowledge. Kali-yug is all about the darkness. So why there is darkness? Darkness is because there is no knowledge. There is no the right knowledge in place for the beings. क्योंकि कलियुग का जो ट्रिविया है वो इसलिए सबसे ज्यादा कठिन लगता है क्योंकि उसमें हर चीज को कली ने छू दिया है. कली का जो स्पर्श है वो हर वस्तु, हर विषय, हर व्यक्ति के ऊपर है. तो उसका स्पर्श हो जाने से हर चीज जो है वो अज्ञानतावश वैसे ही दिखने शुरू हो जाती है. और कलयुग जो है वो दोषों का युग है. इसमें हर चीज में दोष पैदा हो जाता है. जिस तरह से अगर हम एग्जाम्पल भी लेते हैं तो द स्क्रिप्चर्स गिव्स द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द फायर एंड द स्मोक. So just like where there is fire, there is smoke. But when smoke, it is all smoke, and fire is just like very little. So that means the being is not able to see the fire. Being is able to see only the smoke. And smoke, when in front of the eyes, it keeps the being in more ignorance. So because of the ignorance of the being, for not subscribing the real knowledge and the right actions in their birth time, that keeps them in dark. Okay, so because beings are not taking the conscious actions at all. If you will see what is happening on Earth right now, there had been a pandemic there, which was all orchestrated on Earth in the last 2 years, and post that pandemic, now there are few more things which has come up, and there will be more things which will be coming up. So the whole system on Earth right now, it demands a great change. तो यहाँ पर बदलाव की अति आवश्यकता है. सो इसलिए जो ग्रह भी हैं और नक्षत्र भी हैं वो भी अतिचारी फॉर्म में हैं. सो वो भी अतिचारी होकर ही अपना कार्य कर रहे हैं. वो भी अतिचारी है बिकॉज दे आर ऑल्सो लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू क्रिएट दैट ग्रेट चेंज. बट बीइंग्स आर नॉट चेंजिंग एज पर द चेंज विच इज रिक्वायर्ड ऑन अर्थ. इवन इफ दे नो, still they are making the wrong choices. Even if they are becoming aware of what they should do, what they should act as, how do they should discipline themselves, how they should behave, but still they are not changing their basics of life. So the Sandhi time, it provides each being with greater opportunities to change. ये एक स्वर्णिम अवसर है सारे प्राणियों के लिए, सारी जीवात्माओं के लिए पृथ्वी पर, कि वो अपने जीवन को एक बड़े बदलाव की तरफ ले जा सके, वो अपने जीवन को बदल सके, वो अपने जीवन को एक आने वाली जो पृथ्वी है उस एक बदलाव के लिए अपने एक्शंस को बदल सकते हैं, अपने व्यवहार को बदल सकते हैं. और इस ट्रिविया को हर कोई सॉल्व नहीं कर पाएगा. जो ट्रिविया जीवात्माओं पर, बींग्स को दिया गया है, डाला गया है उनके ऊपर, जिसे हम लोग षड्यंत्र भी बोल रहे हैं, जिसको हम लोग पजल बोल रहे हैं, लाइफ पजल जो डाला गया है कि कौन इस पजल में से कैसे बाहर आएगा उभर के। सो ये पजल सबके सामने रखा गया है। So beings have to really wake up and make the right choices, because if you will see, everything is being touched by the darkness. Okay, the dark forces are everywhere, and dark forces also have explained in a different interview that how dark forces are working, and how dark forces, they don't want beings to grow, they want beings to just continue to remain in that trap. Okay, so डार्क फोर्सेस चाहते हैं कि बीइंग सिर्फ ट्रैप में रहे, बीइंग इस यहाँ से इस प्लेन से इवॉल्व ना करे। क्योंकि डार्क फोर्सेस क्यों चाहेंगे यहाँ से बीइंग जाए? बीइंग यहाँ पर एक स्लेव की तरह, वर्कफोर्स की तरह कार्य करता रहे और उसी सिस्टम में बना रहे, उसी व्यवस्था का हिस्सा बना रहे, यही तो डार्क फोर्सेस चाहेंगे। डार्क फोर्सेस क्यों चाहेंगे कि बीइंग जाए? लेकिन क्योंकि अर्थ की भी एक कॉल है, अर्थ का भी एक नेचुरल सिस्टम है, अर्थ की एक कॉल है, सो अर्थ ने उस कॉल के अंतर्गत उसने ऑलरेडी एक सिस्टम को डेवलप किया है। सो एक दिव्य व्यवस्था है, उस व्यवस्था में सारी चीजें वैसी वैसी ही चलती हैं। सो डिवाइन वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर हैज टू कम। So we are moving towards the divine world order, but who will enjoy the divine world order? Who will remain a part of the divine world order depends upon the choices that the beings make today. यदि आप अपने व्यवहार, अपनी वाणी, अपने आचरण, अपना लाइफस्टाइल, अपना डे टू डे चॉइसेस, आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन और नॉलेज को लेकर जो चॉइस है, आप उन चॉइसेस को कैसे बनाते हैं डे टू डे में, उस पर डिपेंड करेगा कि बीइंग्स का आने वाला भविष्य कैसा होगा, फ्यूचर कैसा होगा। सो ये सारा क्योंकि कलयुग का खेल है। कलयुग में क्योंकि हर चीज में दोष उत्पन्न हो जाता है, कलयुग में हर चीज ही दोषपूर्ण दिखने लगती है। सो इसलिए हर हर प्राणी भी यहाँ पे दोषपूर्ण दिखने लगेगा। क्योंकि अगर आप देखेंगे कि यहाँ पे जितने अवतारी बींग्स भी आए हैं, जितने भी अवतारी पुरुष भी आए हैं इस पृथ्वी पर, चाहे वो कृष्ण है, चाहे राम है, ठीक है, या फिर जितने भी ज्ञानी आए या भक्त आए हैं, ठीक है, चाहे मीरा है, चाहे प्रहलाद है, ध्रुव है, या कबीर है, सो जितने भी लोग आए हैं, सो आप अगर आप उनको उनका जीवन भी देखेंगे, सो उनके जीवन में भी कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि कठिनाइयां नहीं है। उल्टा रियल बींग्स के जीवन में ज्यादा कठिनाइयां होंगी, क्योंकि वो एक लाइव एग्जाम्पल है आप पूरे समस्त संसार के सामने कि कैसे कोई हर स्थिति परिस्थिति को झेलते हुए, हर परिस्थिति को सम रूप से देखते हुए, बिना किसी से वैर भाव के, बिना किसी के प्रति एनिमिटी रखे हुए और समावस्था में स्थापित रहते हुए, वो कैसे हर स्थिति परिस्थिति को लांघ कर और फिर भी वो अपने मार्ग पर अटल खड़े रहते हैं। तो ये उनका जीवन दर्शाता है, उन सबका, जितने भी अवतारी पुरुष आए हैं। और फिर वो हमेशा सत्य पर ही खड़े रहते हैं, वो कभी असत्य का साथ नहीं देते, चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए। और ना ही वो दिव्य मार्ग को त्यागते हैं, चाहे कितनी भी कठिनाई आए, चाहे कोई भी चीज आए सामने, लेकिन वो उन चीजों को लांघ जाते हैं और उनका जीवन इसी चीज को दर्शाता है। सो इसलिए जीवात्माओं के सामने एक लाइव एग्जाम्पल है। विजिबल वर्ल्ड में, विजिबल फिजिकल वर्ल्ड में एक फिजिकल लाइफ का ही एग्जाम्पल देखा जा सकता है। और हर युग में जब भी संधि युग आता है, जब भी ब्रिजिंग टाइम्स आते हैं, सो उस समय ऐसे जीवन धरती पर देखने को मिलते हैं। पृथ्वी पर ऐसे उदाहरण देखने को मिलते हैं जिन्होंने इस पूरे खेल को खेला और उस खेल को खेलते हुए भी वो फिर भी उसी मार्ग पर अटल रहे। चाहे कितनी भी संसार के अनुसार अगर देखेंगे, सो कितनी भी उनको यातनाएं, कितनी भी पीड़ाएं दी गई, कितनी भी कुछ भी किया गया, लेकिन उन्होंने मार्ग नहीं छोड़ा, फिर भी वो उसी दिव्य मार्ग पर अटल और अडिग खड़े रहे। और फिर भी उसके बावजूद भी किसी से वैरभाव नहीं रखा। क्योंकि इसके लिए मैं सिर्फ एक ही उदाहरण देना चाहूंगा कि आप किसी भी फलदार पेड़ को देखिए। ओके, सो कोई भी फलदार पेड़ कभी भी किसी को पलटकर पत्थर नहीं मारता है, लेकिन फिर भी वो फल ही देता है। चाहे उसके फल को तोड़ने के लिए उसको 10 लोग पत्थर मारते हैं, लेकिन वो वापस फिर भी फल ही देता है और अटल अडिग उसी स्थान पर खड़ा रहता है। ठीक है, सो ये एक सिंपल वे है चीजों को देखने का। और ये सबके जीवन में ऐसे कहना, राम कहना तो बड़ा ही सरल है। राम भगवान को पूजना, राम को भगवान बोलना, और राम को पूजना, कृष्ण को पूजना, ये तो बहुत ही सरल है। लेकिन उनका जीवन जीना और उन स्थिति परिस्थितियों में से जैसे उन्होंने लांघा, उसके लिए नियम होना बहुत जरूरी है, उसके लिए नियमित होना अनिवार्य है। इट इज कंपल्सरी टू हैव सम डिसिप्लिन इन लाइफ। And that too, then knowing the law, divine law, dharma. Knowing the divine law is utmost important, because when you go unlawful, then the whole divinity and the whole structure does not help. The trivia is there in front of every being. How beings will overcome that trivia, they will come out of that situation, they will come out, they will navigate themselves out of that situation, what is presented in front of them, because every being will be tested, each spirit will be tested. This is for sure. There is no doubt about it. Each spirit will be tested, and there's no doubt about it. And once all spirits will be tested, so they will be given as per their evolution, whatever they have lived on earth so far. So as per their evolution, they will be given certain tests. The bigger test is all about sense, whether they can sense the real or the unreal, and while sensing, can they make the right choice. It is just about it. That's all. It is the most simplest thing. If you can't make a right choice just by using your senses, then you don't deserve to be a part of the new earth. Then those spirits will be like sent to the lower realms. Okay, so the divine structure which is coming up, for that the divine beings has to be there. So divine beings only will be those who knows the divine laws. Once they don't know the divine law, how will they be part of the divinity or the divine earth or the divine world order? So for being a part of the divine world order, they have to have some divine order. And no fancy spirituality will work. No fancy spiritual terms, no fancy spirituality it will not help any being. And Kali-yug, because of the dark forces, they are more in power. They are very forceful onto each being. So the beings are prone to fall. If you will look at the simplest way, is that there are no mistakes actually. Okay, there are no mistakes. It is just like the take which is missed, they can now take a retake. Because once you're on earth, you can still take another move. You can make more better choices. Doing a mistake or having some problem in your life is no problem. But the only thing is, can you make your choices in a more better, more divine ways, more disciplined choices, more better choices, which can help you evolve further and progress further. So better and better choices has to be there. And for better and better choices, to make a better choice, one has to have some better knowledge. For the new earth, the old knowledge cannot help. The ancient knowledge will help, because there is a difference between old and the ancient. Okay. So Purana or Puratan mein antar hai. And Kali-yug is something where people will continue to, they'll live a very lame life. Now, what is a lame life? Lame life is when they will continue to blame beings. They will point finger towards others unnecessarily, without any rhyme or reason. They will continue to have competition. That competitive spirit would be there. There will be more enmity towards anyone who is rising. There will be more enmity towards anyone who is getting some good praise or goodness in the life or in the society. And there is the definition of goodness has to be corrected as well. Now, goodness does not mean having more money or having all the artificial luxuries which are going to just spoil the body. So that is not goodness at all. So killing beings for money, having enmity for money, because in Kali-yug you see everything is all about money, is all about paper. Not knowing the right use of paper and how to use the paper, this resource, for one's own progress, for providing oneself the best of lifestyle, which will enhance one's body's functionality, unlock the powers of the body, then it is of no use. Any resource that one has on earth it should be used in such a way so that it enhances one's way of living and ultimately leading towards one's freedom, total freedom, than just a freedom which is momentarily, gained because you have some luxury, so you have some freedom. And Kali-yug is giving a lifestyle to the beings which is full of like inaction. There is no action at all. Total inactive lifestyle where they will sit down whole day, sit down whole life, sit down and with all the things around, even the food, and eating a lot of food, speaking superfluously, then all the mental constructs and the mental jugglery is there because the mind is completely imbalanced with all the the flow of the spirituality that has been given to the beings in the last 100 years, and not taking care of the basics of the body, basics of life. So these things are not intact today, and because Kali-yug has its impact on everything, and beings think because today you can order food, you need not learn to even cook food. You can order food, directly from just a mobile, from an application. So that's also another thing, because beings will completely be disconnected, क्योंकि पूरी तरह से डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए हैं अपने ही भोजन से, अपने ही भोजन को कैसे उगाना है उससे, और भोजन को कैसे पकाना है उससे, और कैसा होना चाहिए भोजन उससे. So the fixed mentality is there. What sort of food we should eat? It is sattvic, without knowing what is sattvic. The definition of sattvic is not there, and thinking that everything, whatever we tag with the word organic, is sattvic, or whatever we tag with sattvic, like is grown. How it is grown, nobody knows. What seeds are used, nobody wants to look at. They have no attention on these things. So Kali-yug is all like information bombardment, and at the same time there's a lot of emotional pollution, so which is the core of like spirituality today. There's a lot of emotional pollution plus the information bombardment. So people are getting information on everything, be it like chakras, or be it like kundalini, be it like anything, but not even sticking to the basics. And beings doesn't realize this thing, that no tree grows without working on the roots. If roots are not worked upon, so tree cannot grow. So tree only grows once you serve the roots. And each being has a root race, okay, root center, and then at the same time, being the words, the sounds that the beings produce, these also have some root words. So roots are everywhere. Once you work on the root, you get all the roots. You get to know the roots of everything, and the root cause of everything, that how it all starts. That is the function of root. So root should lead the beings to the roots of everything, because it's not there. So beings are like not realizing what they should do, and then everyone finding a way out. Everyone wants to say that, okay, I'm finding a way out. So going the way, finding the way out, that means everyone wants to go out of this reality. That is why we say the way out. We don't say the way in. So way out is firstly to know what is the way here while being in this reality. So being on earth. So Kali-yug trivia is in front of everyone, each being, and beings have to solve their own individual trivia, because the trivia is different for each being. It's all different. So for each being, there are certain different choices at this moment right now, and they have to use the knowledge than using the emotional pollution which has been spread all around the world right now, and the kind of fear which is there, and the uncertainty, and then applying the divine laws in life, and then everything gets sorted immediately. Because there's a word called swarthi. So beings have to be swarthi. not going with the flow. Okay, once beings continue to go with the flow of the masses and they continue to flow with the mass phenomena, so it's not going to work out for any being, because it's all about the individual choices. It is all about the trivia which is being put in front of the being individually, not like it is a group thing or a mass thing or a country community thing. Upcoming time, it demands firstly the individual choices turning into the community choices. So beings have to work really wise today. So, and there is no option left right now. There is no option left. Wise would be the beings who will not waste time for their own choices, who will not waste their earthly time to spend it wisely, because there is the urgency of change. There is not much time left in front of the beings. So the things in the upcoming time will be like very fast. It's not going to be like waiting for one being's whole lifetime to end and then some judgment will happen later on, as it is like taught to the beings today. कि कोई judgment होगा, न्याय होगा, बाद में होगा. So judgment is already happening right now, and it will be separating the whole community, the whole population. It's already clear, very clear right now, that who is where and who is towards what side, and then everyone has to make a choice for going forward, that which side you are and how you're going to make further choices in the life based on the knowledge and the divine laws. So that is what Kali-yug trivia is all about. Kali-yug trivia is being like put in front of the beings, and everyone should discipline, behave well, learn the right behavior. And then there are certain things which we can maybe speak in the next interview whenever we do, where the pointers can be discussed, that what beings should immediately start with to solve the Kali-yug trivia. The trivia is there in front of everyone, because the beautiful thing is it's like a golden opportunity. It's like a golden opportunity in front of the beings, when beings have also realized that there is something wrong ongoing. There is some problem. Something is wrong. Something is not right here on Earth right now. And then at the same time, the bridging time that we have, because majority of the beings, they're experiencing Kali-yug. There are few who are experiencing the Sandhi. There are few who are into experiencing the Treta and Dwapar, and there are very rare who are experiencing Satyug. So one can bridge between these timelines, and that can only begin once you make the right choice of having Sattva pure everywhere. And the moment you make the choice, you are better off than the whole population on Earth. And the time ahead will be more testing. It will be testing each being for their choices. And then trivia is very simple, because it is like a golden opportunity, as I said. So it will pose them with a golden opportunity to get out of this Earth plane in an easy way. Kali-yug offers the easy solution, because it is just testing your senses, not some test of written form or something. It is like a very simple. You sense, you make a choice, and you move on. That's all. So that is a bigger test rather, but an easier test. So it is an easy way, because Kali-yug beings, the consciousness is declined. The total consciousness on Earth is completely declined. Because how would you say that it is declined? Because the when beings doesn't even know what to eat. Okay, that's the first thing you should know about. When you forget this consciousness of not knowing what to even eat, that means the human consciousness is completely fallen. Today, beings have really forgotten this knowledge, even the very basics, and very basics of the body are not there now. So beings have to now wake up and don't waste more time. And the past, whatever the past on Earth had been, that is for making your choices better and better than just going by the flow. So the stories in the past, the stories the ancient scriptures had mentioned, those stories should help beings to make the choice in a more intelligent way, more wise way, because there is an urgency of change right now. Yeah.
Thank you, Master. It's always a delight to hear you speak, simplify everything, and give the right guidance to move ahead with ease, feeling light. Thank you for your navigation always.